Welcome back everyone. There's this new little app. Well, it's not new, but the new update of it. Luminar AI. And I just thought I'd show you it because, yes, you've got to invest in it. It's not free. And there's been a lot of maybe controversy around it in terms of some people saying it works, it doesn't work, it's this. But for the price of it and what it does, I think it's an amazing bit of software. So I just want to show you what you can do with it and how you can spend time with it going through your back catalogue and creating something that's amazing that you wouldn't have thought of. So I wouldn't look at it as your everyday piece of software for editing landscapes or whatever else. It does portraits and everything else. I use it for landscapes. So I wouldn't say it's my everyday thing. I'd still use Lightroom for that because I have a set way of doing stuff and a set way of presenting it, and I like that style. It works really, really well. But that being said, I like what I can produce with it. So let's have a little look. This is it here. We're just going to load it up. Okay, let's make that full screen. So these are some photos, and I've done various bits with them in the past, and I'm going to pick on this one. That's a raw file. That's as I took it in camera. There's nothing particularly special about it. I have used a similar image and created something out of it and done some dodging and burning and brought it. But with this, I can do something a little bit different. So let's go and have a look at it. So we've got the catalogue. That's what we're just in. Now we're going into templates, and straight away it's sort of detected that it's a landscape. And you've got all these different ones that you can go and select if you want. We got some extra ones that we've purchased, some cities, some landscapes there. Let's just click on one. This is just doing probably what a preset would do in Lightroom. So you're just going down, you can create something. And there's nothing too fancy about that, but it does bring out some really nice details in some of these. And again, they're just presets, and you can edit this yourself. You don't have to use presets. They're just there in case you do, to help you a little bit, really. If we go up to there, the easy landscapes, long exposure. I quite like this one because it really brings the richness out. It gets rid of all the shadows and brings the lights up a little bit, which is nice. That's the other ones. So let's put it on long exposure because I like that, and you can how much opacity that effect has. So you can drop it all the way down. And as I say, that's it. You've got other ones for portraits and everything else. So now let's go into edit. And this is where you can edit all of those details. Sky enhancer, it's just going to look at the sky and play about with that. So no gradients needed, it's auto-detected where the sky is. Pretty good, okay. Composition you can change, so you can change the aspect ratios, perspective, straighten it, etc, etc. Quite nice, it's a bit like Lightroom. Erase, we can erase certain subjects and things out of there. I wonder if I can do that little mountain there. Not tried this. I only seen it on their videos. So now I've selected that, let's erase it and see what happens. This could be interesting. Not bad at all. If I'd have been probably a little bit neater with the mask, I might have got the edge there. But actually, I'm pretty impressed with that. That's got rid of that for mounting quite nice. I'm going to undo that because I quite liked it. Light. We can do all the standard stuff, so there's nothing particularly special in this, but it is using a bit of intelligence, and especially like with wherever it's got AI next to it, it's using a bit of intelligence to work out what you're trying to get out of this. Colour, yeah, black and white. Details, denoise, don't know how well that works, don't really have that problem. Landscape dehazing, golden hour, that's nice. So I can bring that up a little bit, and I quite like the look of that. And I've just actually brought the dehaze down. That's given me depth into this image. I've got this very crisp, clean foreground, and then I've still got the mist going into the background all the way to the back, which is quite nice. Vignetting, if you want to add a little bit into that. Yeah, we'll leave it as it was set by the thing. Now this is where we get into the creative sections down here, and this is where this software really comes into its own. So sky, for instance. That sky's okay, it's not bad, it's not that interesting, but you have a selection of skies that you can just drop in. Yeah, it doesn't really suit, but you can position and change stuff around. So let's go and choose a different sky. Yeah, I still don't like that so much. Wow, now we're getting, but you see it doesn't really blend into the horizon there, okay? So we can relight the scene to match. This is probably not a good one to pick in all fairness. And you can alter the height of that. So basically what they've done is they've taken skies that they've got and they're just working out where the background is and dropping it in, which is quite nice. Let's have a look at, see what Stunning Skies is like. Yeah, again, doesn't really fit in with that scene. It's not, we've got too much mist in the background for that scene. It's too crisp and clear. That fits in really nice. That matches, that works. And again, we can change the horizontal position and move it up or move it down. They have picked what they think is the best. We can blend into the horizon a bit better. And that sits in even better now. I'm just going to bring that up slightly. There we go, just there. I think that sits a little bit better. Something I've just noticed, is that a little helicopter it's dropped in there? Yep, nice little touch. Saves you putting it in. So that's there. We've got augmented sky. It's easy for me to say. And we can put in some extra bits and pieces into this sky. Put some birds in. That's quite nice. That works in the distance. Unfortunately, we've got a helicopter in there. Yeah, that's quite nice. That adds that little touch in, and you've got it. You've got all sorts of stuff, so we can go down, we can put a plane in. Yeah, that's not realistic. We can put a planet in. Yeah, that's not so much. That works quite well. But obviously you can then place that object. So you could have that off there, for instance. We can relight to match. We can drop the warmth up so it sits in. There you go. In fact, I might just bring that over to there a little bit, and you can scale it down if you want to. So there's a lot you can do with all of these. You can add some rainbows in. For some reason it's got a space shuttle. I'm sure someone thought that was a good idea. That's ace. Yeah. Just gonna drop that so we've got a bit of haze almost in it. Relight, let's have a look. There we go. And there we go, we've got a bit of a fantasy picture going on there. You've got other things like atmosphere, dropping a bit of fog in there. And that's quite nice. That's helping set that back scene a little bit there. That works quite well. You can add some sun rays in if you want. Now, obviously, The sun's there onto that, and oh, let's see what that overall look does. We've just dropped that down, just so we got those rays coming there. Let's just up those a little bit. That's quite nice. I quite like that. That's working well. So we've got sun rays. Dramatic, we had sort of had a little look at that before. Mood. You can add some luts in there if you want. You've got some luts. Toning. Matte. Mystical. What's that going to do? Yeah, it's going to sort of soften it, give it that sort of ethereal bit of glow. Don't like it. I like it how it is, to be fair. You can add a bit of film grain if you want. Yeah, a little bit of film grain actually. Just drop a little bit in there, not much. Just add that in. And then you got some stuff for portrait, but obviously this isn't the portrait. And that's it, and then you can export it. Save the disk, bang, done. And that's all from your raw file. So, what I'm trying to say with that is you have got options, and in fact, if we get to look at this in a minute, you'll see some other ones that I did. You've got options to experiment and play with your old photos that you went, yeah, there's nothing I can do with that, I don't like that. It's just, you can create a whole new little genre of stuff that you can edit. Yes, you can do some serious landscape editing if you want, and the stuff with portraits and skin smoothing actually is pretty good, quite like it. It just gives you a bit of flexibility in some of your old photos. And especially at the moment, we've had a lot of time off. We've been through our old catalogue. It's nice to do something with it when we haven't been able to get out, to be fair. So we'll have a quick look at some of these other photos that I've done in the past, and you can just see what's accomplishable. And it's just nice. It's nice to be able to do something different with the photos that you already had. Hope that helps. Go and try it. Let me know if you do. Send me a link down below to your Instagram or something. We're going to check it out. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.